Now that we're familiar with OpenAI's Playground and the available model parameters, let's explore prompt engineering. This is a vast topic. In this lesson, we'll focus only on the most essential bits. Once we cover the theory, we'll test our system prompt in the Playground. So, what is prompt engineering? Prompt engineering is the process of designing and refining prompts to effectively interact with AI models. The goal is to craft inputs that produce the most accurate, relevant, and valuable outputs. This involves understanding how the model interprets different prompts and adjusting the wording, structure, and context to achieve desired results and maximize the model's potential. Let's start by going through some of the best practices and tips for prompt engineering. Being as clear and concise as possible. This is vital when creating a prompt. Avoid unnecessary words or complex language that might confuse the AI. Think of it like giving instructions to someone who might not have all the context you do. Clear and straightforward guidance usually works best. Request structured responses from the model. Using a structured format like JSON or HTML can significantly improve the clarity and effectiveness of your prompts. A good practice is to provide a template and include comments within the template to guide the model's output. For example, if you're creating a program that automatically answers emails, you need the response to be in a specific format so that your program can pick it up and insert it into the email. Your prompt might look like this. Start by clearly instructing the model about its purpose, followed by a request for a structured output in JSON format. Therefore, we ensure the response is organized so our program can quickly process. Additionally, we include comments within the JSON structure to offer further guidance, clarifying what each part of the output should contain. Apply few-shot prompting. This step involves providing the model with a few examples of how a task is completed, allowing it to learn from these examples before attempting the task independently, a technique known as few-shot learning. For instance, let's say we need to create a program that generates a quote based on a given theme. In this case, our prompt would include 3 examples, each with a theme and a corresponding quote. The final part of the prompt leaves a blank for the model to fill in based on the user's input, allowing it to generate a new quote that matches the given theme. Specify the necessary steps to complete a task. Outlining the steps required to complete a task can help the model generate more coherent and accurate responses. Going back to the email example, using this technique, we can construct the prompt like this. We instruct the model to extract the email content first and then come up with an appropriate reply subject. Next, it should draft a response to the email and end with, "Best regards, John Green." Finally, the model must organize all this information into a structured JSON format. It's also crucial to give exact commands of what the model can and cannot do. Use phrases like, "Give me only round numbers," "Do not write anything after the JSON," "Respond only in bullet points," or "Do not include any personal opinions." Allocate complex tasks across multiple models. If your task is more complex, consider dividing it between several models. This approach can help manage the complexity more effectively and improve the accuracy of the outputs. In our use case, the interview tool must perform multiple tasks: conduct the interview, keep track of all messages, and evaluate the end user. A single prompt solution wouldn't be very convenient or efficient for handling these diverse tasks. Therefore, it would be best to divide the process into 2 separate prompts. One prompt would focus on conducting the interview, ensuring the conversation flows naturally and all necessary questions are asked. The other prompt would handle the evaluation, analyzing the responses and providing feedback based on the user's performance. By splitting the tasks, we can manage each tool aspect more effectively, leading to enhanced performance, accurate evaluations, and efficient use of tokens. Strike a balance between reproducibility and creativity. LLMs have a natural tendency to hallucinate, generating information that is believable but incorrect. Still, sometimes They produce original ideas or responses that are very useful. That's why hallucinations can be both a feature and a bug. Finding the right balance between guidance and flexibility is critical to ensuring we only get the best of hallucinations without breaking our program. We'll dive deeper into hallucinations in the next section of the course. Alright, you should know it's okay not to nail your prompt on the first try. Writing effective prompts is more of an iterative process than a one-shot deal. You start with a rough idea, then mold and shape it based on what works and doesn't. To give you an estimate, we've dedicated over a month of hard work to perfect our prompt, utilizing more than 7 million tokens. Alright, now that you've learned the art of creating effective prompts, it's time to put that knowledge into practice by testing prompts in OpenAI Playground. That's precisely what we'll do in the next lesson. See you there!